What's up YouTube? King Dennis here. I have here a divine Plumeria, and today we will go ahead and try to air layer this Plumeria indoors, or I could probably take it out. But anyways, I was inspired by Plumeria grower member Diana K. She is local to me, and she went ahead and air layered Plumeria, and she was successful. And pretty much, you can air layer almost anything and everything you can. It's just some may not root well quickly, and some, like tomatoes, within a couple days. The purpose of air layering, at least from my perspective, is allowing this part of the plant to go ahead and get nutrients from the mother plant that it's still connected to, so it is growing. In the same token, by providing the proper atmosphere for the exposed cambium, which is the next layer, by providing the proper atmosphere, then it can root, rather than some people bag root. Some people just put it straight into the pots, and they go ahead and try to root from there. But what happens is all of your focus and energy is on rooting, so it pretty much stays the same growth. So what I'm doing right now is, it's really thin bark, so I'm just pretty much scraping or scarring the area that I want to try to root. So I've never done air layering on a Plumeria, but I've done it on tomatoes and a couple other things like peppers, and I've been successful with it. So what I'm doing is just pretty much exposing as much cambium as I can. Alright. I think that should be good enough. So I don't know if you can see the green parts around will hopefully be the areas that this will root, or start to show some roots. And what I did was, first of all, always sterilize your equipment. I'm using just the Lysol wipes to sterilize it. I went ahead and pre-cut a bottle already. Usually for tomatoes, all you have to do is cut one side and then stretch it out and then be able to put it in. But since this one is a thicker stalk, I had to cut both ends. So then what I'm going to go ahead and do is wrap this around here to put it there. And this is where I'm going to go ahead and put my medium on here. I don't have my zip ties, so I will just go ahead and use electrical tape to go ahead and secure the base. Okay, and we'll pause for now. So now that I've pretty much secured the base of it, this should be pretty much in place. And so you have the cutting that you want directly in the middle of the water bottle. I went ahead and I already had pre-existing mix of what do you call that? Promix, HP, and what did I put? A perlite. But first, before we go ahead and put that on, we have to go ahead and apply the rooting hormone. You can get this at your local Home Depot for like $4. So I just have a regular kiddie spoon, and I'm just gonna go ahead and try to apply as much possible to the exposed part. And what you want to do is, you don't want to reuse the same powder, so you don't ever dip it into the container. Otherwise, then you're possibly contaminating the rooting hormone and having things grow there. So again, this is my pre-mixed perlite and promix. Try to do this as much as possible without making too much of a mess. And you want to make sure that it's wet, or I'm sorry, that it's moist and not soaking wet, because then that's where you have likelihood of rotting. You just want to be able to provide a moist environment for the exposed part of the cutting. So I'm going to go ahead and pack it in. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, da, da. Okay, this looks pretty good. So since this is already moist, there's no need for me to water it. Okay, and with me leaving the powder in there, hopefully the soil will absorb it and distribute it still to the cutting. Pause this, wash my hands real quick. So now that we got our medium packed in there, we got our rooting hormone, I want to go ahead and try to get a plastic wrap, because what you want to do is try to keep moisture in there. And so we're going to go ahead and just get a nice piece of saran wrap, and well, I guess this might work. We want to trap the moisture in there so the soil doesn't dry up, and so we don't have to worry about watering it. I think that's pretty good. So this will be an experiment. I by no means am an expert on this. I have done a few air layerings and have been about 80% successful on it. So I think the basic principle should still apply to pretty much everything here. I'm going to go ahead and get another piece just to make sure that it's nice and secure. So I got another piece here, and I'll put this over the top part. Really want to make sure that I'm securing and sealing the moisture in. We'll put it in the bottom. And by doing this kind of rooting, it allows me to go ahead and see the roots coming out on the side. So this will be an experiment. This is my first air layering for Plumerias. Today, I believe, is August 17, 2014, and we'll see how long this takes. Alright guys, peace and good luck, and I shall update this in about we'll say a month to see if there's any progress. Okay? Thanks for watching.